because I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are the prototype. Okay? Ooh. So if you don't know what prototype is, think of it like this, right? You're in a museum and let's say you're like this very authentic old artifact in a museum, okay? And you're very valuable, you're very precious, and you need to be handled with precious care, okay? And be attended to properly, right? Because you're the prototype, you're the original artifact. You were there back in those times, back in ancient times, or whatever the case may be. Okay, this is you. This is you. All right, look how beautiful and authentic you are, right? But when you're this authentic and you're only one of one and can't no one else have access to you, what's going to happen? You're going to be replicated. Okay? You're going to be replicated. People are going to try to fit the image of who you are. People are going to try to replicate your essence. They are going to try to look exactly like you, to have the same features that you have, to have the same abilities that you were born with. They're going to try to replicate your essence, your energy, your purpose, okay? But with all replicates, okay, with everything about a replicate, it is not the same. It will never be the same. And it will never carry the same energy, the same essence that the original prototype does. There can only be one prototype, but there can be many replicates of it. There could be many replications that can go around the room, that can go to other museums, that can be replicates of the original, of the prototype, but there can be only one prototype, right? And that's who you are. You are the prototype. Okay, I was just getting out the shower and I was just downloading this message for myself. And then I realized I need to record this. Because someone else needs to hear this. Someone else is going through the exact same thing or feeling the exact same way I am about being authentic, about being true to yourself and true to myself and stepping out on courage and being unapologetically yourself. Someone needs to hear the fact that you are the prototype. No one else can copy. They can copy you. Okay, they can copy you. Okay, but they aren't you. They can't be you. Okay, when a prototype is being replicated, it will never be the same, and it will never hold the same value that the prototype does, that you do. So if you're watching this right now, it's because you are the original. You are the chosen. You are the one who holds the very essence of a valuable artifact, right? You hold the essence. Look at this. Look at this thing. It's literally glowing right now. Okay? No one can replicate you. And you know what else is so funny about being the original, being the only version of you that is out there in this world, is that sometimes it can be a little lonely because you're all by yourself. And then you got tens of thousands of people who are energies and replicas that are trying to be like you. Everyone else is trying to be like you. But when you're you, it gets lonely. It gets isolating. It gets scary, right? It gets scary being by yourself sometimes. And that's okay. That's the reality of authenticity. You're not meant to be like everybody else. You're not meant to get along with certain people. And that's okay. There are certain rooms that are not meant for you. And that is okay. There are certain museums where this prototype cannot be in because it won't receive the same value. It won't receive the same nurturing, caring type of attention that it may need, like these other high value museums, right? You're very high value. And if you're watching this, it's because right now you may feel really small. Okay, right now you may feel like there's something out there greater for you. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting hot right now. There's something out there that's greater for you, like a bigger purpose, and you can't quite put your finger on it. But that's because that's because there's something out there that is for you, and there is something out there for you. And it may feel like it's taking a little bit of a longer time to get to where you want to be, but just know you're exactly where you need to be. You're on like the right path. Like the path that you're on right now is like literally the path you're supposed to be on. There's distractions and spiritual attacks coming your way because you're on the right path, because you're doing exactly what you need to do. If you wasn't doing what you need to do, you wouldn't be distracted. You wouldn't be feeling like, someone's trying to attack you or something, or like there's blockages coming your way. If you wasn't doing the right thing, there wouldn't be any obstacle in your way, because you're exactly where the enemy wants you to be, distracted, off the trail, right? But you're on the right path. That's why it's so hard. That's why it seems a little bit tricky, because there's people throwing distractions everywhere you go in your face, because they're trying to derail you. They're trying to throw you off the path, off the curve of where you're supposed to be, because you're on the right path, because you're exactly where you need to be. They don't want you to be where you need to be, but you are. And they don't like that. And that's the point. That is the point. That's why you have to keep going. That's why you have to overcome. That's why you have to learn how to transmute this type of energy, because you're the prototype. You're the only one that can do it. You're the only one that holds that essence and that value. Not the replicas, because they can't handle it. If someone were to drop this right now, it will break. They can't walk the same path that you're on. They can't walk in the same shoes that were given to you. But you can, because you're made out of whatever this is. And if it drops, it won't break. It'll just be in the same shape that it is. You're unbreakable. Your spirit is unbreakable. Okay? This is literally glass. I can literally break this right now. Like, a lot of people compare their lives to others, but they don't understand the shoes that they went through. They don't understand that the journey they had to walk was for a reason. The journey that they're on is for a reason, because if it was given to somebody else, they would break. If it was given to somebody else, they would be done. They wouldn't be able to handle the things that you have to the things that you had to handle. Do you understand your journey alone was given to you for a purpose? Because no one else can handle the things that you went through on your journey but you. You are the prototype. You are the original. You are the only one who can handle what you went through. Nobody else can take that. Nobody else can say that they overcame the challenges you came through, because nobody else can handle them. They would break into a million pieces the moment they step foot in your shoes. The moment they start walking your path, they will run. They will break. Only you can handle the path that you were given. And that is why it's so important to understand your uniqueness, your authenticity, your individuality. This is why you shouldn't compare your lives to other people, because you don't know what other people are going through. You don't know the shoes that they had to walk in. Okay? So, I don't know who this is for, but I'm channeling that song, Prototype. I don't know who it's by, but you are the prototype for a reason. Oh my gosh, I literally see a wasp right now. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know what the spiritual significance is of a wasp, but I know I don't like wasps. So whoever this message is for, if you're feeling lonely, if you're scared to put yourself out there, if you're feeling self-doubt, if you're feeling imposter syndrome, please understand that you're seeing this for a reason. No matter the fear that you're going through, no matter what you're feeling right now, there's something else that is inside of you that is yelling for you to step out on faith. There is another part of you inside that could be whispering to you, telling you that this is what I want to do. This is who I need to be. And that is the voice you need to be listening to. That is the voice that you need to carry with you. That is the voice that keeps you up at night, that tells you that, you know what, despite my fears, despite being afraid and feeling lonely and feeling doubtful of myself and my abilities, this is what I really want to do. This is who I really want to be. That is the voice you need to carry. That is the voice you need to be listening to. That is your intuition. That is God literally putting it on your heart, on your spirit, to be who you need to be who God is calling you to be. You are the prototype. You are the prototype. Head ass. So, I don't know who needs to hear that. I don't want to make this video that long, but I want to make it long enough to where it's not short. Okay? Don't know when that mark happens, but we could keep talking until it gets to that point. Or we could just sit here and stare at each other. Either way, you are the prototype. Either way, you are exactly where you need to be. Now it's time for you to be exactly who you need to be. Who do you need to be in order to keep going? Who do you need to be in order for you to realize that you are worthy? Who do you need to be in order for you to realize that you are enough, that your presence alone is enough, that you do not need to be extra. You don't need to do all this extra stuff. Sometimes it's just you needing to put the phone in your face and press record. Sometimes it's just you needing to make that art. It's just you needing to make that song or that poem, or, you could be an artist or a business, someone wanting to start their business. Sometimes it just takes you starting. It's not about the right time. It's not about the when, the where, the how. It's just about starting. It's just about putting yourself out there and going forth, going out on faith. Because you are the original. Literally nobody else can be who you are. They can try to copy you, and that will be the case. You will get copycats. But if people weren't trying to copy you, come on now. If people weren't trying to copy you, what do you think that means? What does that mean? What does it mean to be copied? That means people admire you. That means people they see something in you that they admire, that they wish that they had. And so therefore they're going to try to copy you. And sometimes sometimes you're not being copied. Sometimes people are just genuinely being inspired by you, that they also want to do something, whether it's resembling what you're doing or just stepping out on faith, just like you. Sometimes it's not about being copied. Sometimes it's about being inspired, being admired. And yes, people admire you. People are inspired by you. When you're being authentic, people can't help but to be inspired by authenticity, because it's so rare. Authenticity is rare. Because it's original. It's original. It's an individual. It's unique. There's never going to be one person who is like the other. Literally, everyone possesses their own unique qualities. And everyone is rare in their own being. So, of course, there's going to be people who want to copy you. And maybe it's because they don't see their own uniqueness. And you can't do nothing about that but bless them and give them grace. But if they're trying to copy you, it's because they're admiring you. They admire what they see and they want that. They think it's beautiful. They think it's something that is so amazing, so unique, and it is so brilliant. And it's just like, wow, like, oh my gosh, you can't get this anywhere else. And you're damn right, you can't get this anywhere else because it's the prototype. You are the prototype. You are the original. There's no one else out here like you. That is your superpower. Learn how to honor your uniqueness. Learn how to honor your unique qualities. What about you makes you stand out from the rest? And when you find that, honor it. Amplify it. Make it stand out even more, even when it scares you. Even when it scares you. When you are scared, that is when you need to keep going. When you are scared, that is when you need to be fearless. You need to be courageous. This looks kind of crooked. Okay, that's better. I was exactly where you were, okay? I too was scared, doubting myself, dealing with imposter syndrome. But look where we are. At this point, I had to just step out. At this point, I just had to press record. And I was like, you know what? At this point, because I was just going to hold myself back. And that's what you're doing. You're just holding yourself back. Sometimes you could be the one blocking your own blessings. Sometimes you're waiting for that miracle to happen when you are the miracle. You're the miracle waiting to happen. And that's a song from Jhené Aiko. I can't even think of the name of the song, but that's the song from her. You are the miracle waiting to happen. So what's it going to be? Are you going to let these replicas make you feel like you can't be who you want to be? Or are you just going to continue to shine in your authenticity? Because it doesn't matter. They're going to copy you either way. They're going to copy you either way. So you might as well just go out there and be what you want to be. Okay? So yeah. I hope you guys have a great day. And I also have a blog about what they don't see. It's a blog about stepping out into your authenticity and like what it's really like. And maybe someone needs to see this. Someone needs to read this to help them that despite the loneliness and despite the fear and the doubt and, the rejection, it's okay. Like, don't let that discourage you from being who you truly need to be for yourself. Don't let the negativity, the lack of support stop you and discourage you from shining your light. Okay, I'm done.